guys, and welcome back to Constellation Station. I'm Nicole from the Cincinnati Observatory, and here at Constellation Station we like to do three things. We like to learn a little bit about constellations, we like to figure out where we can find them up in the night sky, and then we talk about how we make them in our own homes. So today's constellation is kind of special. It uses a star from our summer triangle. Hopefully you remember our stars of our summer triangle. We have Vega, Altair, and Deneb. And today we are using the star Vega to make up the constellation of the Lyra. So Lyra is this group of stars right here, starting with Vega at the very top. Hopefully you remember that Vega is a bright blue star in our sky, so it's really easy to find, and then that'll help us find the rest of the stars of our constellation. And you can see I used hearts for our other stars today because Lyra is the harp of Orpheus, and Orpheus got this harp from Apollo, and Orpheus was such a great musician, so great at playing the harp, that he could charm almost anything. They said even the stones he could charm with his music. So everyone would just fall in love with Orpheus when he came along with his harp. So I decided to use little hearts today to represent the true love that people had for Orpheus when he was playing his harp. So we'll start by connecting the dots today with Vega, since Vega is really the star we want to look for first in our constellation. And we'll connect Vega down to our first star of our little parallelogram here. So shapes are very important because they can help us find our constellations and the stars a little bit better. You've noticed that a lot of our constellations, or even the asterisms we've talked about, use different shapes to help us recognize the constellations better. So even though we sometimes have to use our imaginations, because maybe this doesn't quite look like a harp yet to you, if we think about the different shapes, we can find the constellation and then later use our imaginations to imagine it as a harp. So we move on to our second heart star here, and then we keep connecting the parallelogram down here. Now we have just a couple stars left to go. So now you have it. It's Lyra, our harp, starting up with Vega, going down to our first star just a little bit below it in the sky to start our parallelogram, and then the parallelogram helps make up our entire harp. So now where do we find this constellation up in the night sky? And maybe you guys can remember where Vega is in the night sky. Vega is in the east. So if we look in the east around 10 p.m., and when I say look east, you may have to look way up in the air. So maybe start by facing east and then looking as far up as you can in the sky to see the summer triangle with Vega at the very tippy top. And remember how we can find east is we can find the Big Dipper to know where north is by finding the North Star. Or if you just remember where I said to find Vega up in the night sky when we were talking about our summer triangle. So you can use a compass, you can use your phone, or you can use the stars to help find your directions. And you find Vega up at the tippy top. And then this is where your imagination is key. You need to look for a parallelogram underneath Vega. And when we are looking for constellations up in the night sky, it's best to get really far away from a bunch of lights. So if you like to go outside and look at stars right by your house, but you have a bunch of lights on outside of your house, then maybe walk into your yard, walk out into the street. If there's a little less light out there, they'll be very careful if you're walking out in the street, and try to find a place with less light. So maybe if there's a park open around you that's open at night that you can go to, but make sure wherever you go you're safe and still social distancing from one another, and you can look up into the night sky to find our HARP, the Lyra, find our bright star Vega up at top. Use your imagination to find the parallelogram here at the bottom. It might be helpful to find this star first, and then follow the shape with your eyes to find our other 3 stars of our parallelogram, and you'll be able to find Lyra, our HARP, in the eastern sky at night. And remember, if you make your own constellations, you've made your own constellation station, or you've used any of our constellations, made up your own constellation using your imagination, to share it with us on Instagram or Facebook, and we'd love to have you guys share those with us and hashtag Constellation Station. And now, if you've missed any of our episodes, know that you can either go on our Instagram TV channel, we always keep a couple of our episodes on there, or you can go over to our YouTube channel. It's just Cincinnati Observatory Education on YouTube, and you can find all of the Constellation Station videos that you may have missed. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next Thursday.